standing with Toby here, take down Falcons, because Falcons, they look pretty hot in the wins that they did get, and Tundra, they needed those Helmet the Doms to get the 2 wins in this game. I don't know if they're going to be going any this time.
Do they even have a hero that can... I don't think there's a single
maybe
one.
33's like, can I do it on Axe? Can we get one on it? We'll see. We'll see if we get any more coming in, but so far, that has been a crucial component of the victories that Tundra has had in that first series of the day.
And do we see any out of the ordinary facets? No, looks mostly standard, I would say. I would say the Magnus one, they were talking about the difference where is Amar going to want to hit some more creeps or he's going to go for the Shockwave build? Yeah. He's looking like he's changing it up a bit, hitting those creeps.
I like it. It's always tempting to just stick with the Eternal Empowerment.
Sure.
It's like a quality of life facet, right? You never have to empower yourself. You're always going to get to do some right-clicking. You can just focus on making sure your allies have always got that punch.
Also, what's our average game time right now at this tournament?
Yeah, it's got to be close
to like 50 minutes, right?
It's got to be up there. We've had a couple of, more than a couple go past the 60, I want to say, so far today on these streams.
And let's see what this, okay, so really interesting. I wanted to point this out because we've seen a lot of times when Malrine in the past gets picked a Primal Beast and then he gets counter-picked pretty hard, right? And they usually do some type of weird pivot adaptation where he goes and cuts the off-lane wave or drags the wave to himself in the mid lane. So let's see what that adaptation is going to be from Falcons if they do want to try to get that laning advantage and not just have the Primal get shut down. Because he's got boots, so, you know, that's something you want to have versus the Monkey King, but let's see if he does any weird...
I mean, that's very true. You're absolutely right. He's not going to want to play that. He is going to do the pulling the creeps.
Yeah, so let's see where he pulls them.
And does Tundra do anything about that, or can you not really that early on when the Primal Beast starts going behind your tower grabbing creep waves?
Well, if you have this type of setup, right, you don't really want to chase him, because now you have lane versus the Snapfire. So, as we said, this is what they've done. We've seen them do this in the past when he has this, either it's Earth Spirit, that here is kind of dead, but Earth Spirit and Primal Beast are the two that we've seen Malrine do this the most.
Yeah, we did have some Earth Spirit today.
We did.
It was maybe just the one game.
Yeah.
But indeed, definitely a hero. There's still some question marks around on how valid it is right now in this patch.
Either way, BZM is set up to have a absolutely dream
he's going to get to farm, right?
Yeah.
Sure, he's not going to necessarily like dumpster this sort of melee here in the mid lane because Malrine's got answers on how to play this matchup. But yeah, he's going to get all that early game timing he needs, the item timings, to be able to make moves around the map and get pretty active. I mean, and that's something, right? Both of these lineups, I feel like we're going to see a lot of brawling in the mid game.
I would hope so, yeah. It's so many good, like, just team fight ultimates that are coming out from Falcons early if they get the good levels, and then overall from Tundra, it's a lot of damage. And Monkey King, if he's able to rotate early, which with a good start, he absolutely will, it's going to be really cool to witness. And as they mentioned on the panel, it's very likely that they're going to do this. They're going to do some type of creep pulling mechanics, but also interesting to point out too is it's not the Chen bottom. It's the Snapfire bottom. The Chen has actually decided to go top.
And what was the switch up for when it comes to looking at these side lanes from Falcons? What are they trying to dodge or what are they trying to go for? I mean bottom...
Saxa might just... I think this is the reason, is that the Snap can actually stop creep pulls. Chen just cannot.
See if Crit can get the final touch here onto Saxa. Blast in a couple of seconds. If he hits it, he'll have it. But no, the creeps kind of block him off as well. Wouldn't have been quite able to get into range, so holds back. 33 is also relatively low, though. So Crit definitely being annoying here on this bottom lane, despite Saxa's best attempts to drag the creeps back round to a safe part for the two of them to farm.
So I think Tundra, they approached standard, right? Very standard. Lanes just are what they are. While Falcons, the Chen goes top. I think he went for the Satyr creep as well, too. So I think what he's trying to do is cull that mana, take as much away from Tundra's safe lane as possible, and then the Snapfire can actually contest the pulls. So the lanes make sense to me. Looks pretty cool for Falcons to adapt with what they were against here.
Malrine able to grab the wave again. Didn't quite get the range creep, so BZM still able to get more out of this. Back down on the bottom.
The lane.
We saw sort of finishing up there what was going on earlier. Crit keeping them low, sets them up to find the chance for Skeeter to step up and get that first blood here as the carry about him.
It's going to be a much slower start for 33. Look at these waves meeting each other. Malrine's playing in the area too. So yeah, I would say that this was the approach that they wanted to do. Stop that Axe from having a lane with the Abad in there too. And yeah, Skater set up for success. And the top lane, it's hard for them to really pressure the Magnus and the Chen if it's just going to be snaking, just burning all the mana of Toby. You're never going to have Blast to really pressure as much as you'd like to as a Pugna.
Yeah, now we're seeing that free farm at the moment for Amar, 12 and 6 in that top lane.
That being said though, Chrysalis is also going to get free farm. So on this Doom, he
and look at this. So 32 like, okay, well, he did want to try and mess with Malrine grabbing the creeps, and we'll dodge the cookie, so should be fine. Gets the backup of BZM swinging over now. Battle Hunger down onto Malrine.
He's in a dangerous spot.
And they're going to be able to build up the Jingu Mastery, and they'll take him down. So a bit of a surprise there. You know, 33 says, you need help in the mid, bro. I'll come and help you. It's 3 minutes in. I'm ready to come and play in that mid lane and ensure that Malrine stops getting away with grabbing the creep waves.
This looks like the most weird game ever. The off lanes are mid.
Yeah, he's got to be careful that he does too. I feel like he took a couple of creeps away. Hey, you don't want to do that against your mid. Don't do that in your pubs, kids. They won't be happy if you roam over there as the offlaner. These guys are trained professionals.
So where's Malrine gonna go, Owen? So we were talking about how the adaptation from Falcons for the side lane, but the mid lane.
You want to come to my lane? I'm gonna come to your lane.
All right.
So now he's down here looking at 33. He wants revenge. Let's see what they can get. Trying to get the angle onto Saxa, but I mean, Marine's having to hold back a little bit. Skeeter trying to set him on a 33. Now Marine's ready to go. Closes in upon him. 33. There we go. Marine gets his revenge.
Is he giving him? Are they giving him the wave as well? It looks like Skeeter is sacrificing his wave potentially for Malrine too.
Okay. Yeah,
Or are they just going for a kill?
Sharon is carrying this game. You know, we saw BZM let 33 have a couple of creeps from mid. Now Skeeter, he's maybe letting Marine out. Marine's deciding. He's like, can I take these, bro, or do I have to let them go to you? We'll see.
They're his. He's got tramp up in a second.
I don't know. He might be saving them for his carry.
Maybe. No.
Teasing around there with 33.
He doesn't have mana now. Okay, he's got bottle. He's got the shield.
Saxon's coming back in with the backup now, TPing over.
The creeps, a lot are going to get denied.
Of course, well, whilst this is going down, BZM is having a pretty great time still in the mid, completely uninterrupted. 31, 32, and 13. Close to perfect CS here on the Monkey King.
Oh, Snake trying to catch the creep wave for his mid laner, but BZM will address that as well.
Easy plus 20.
Yep. Money, money.
Marine's going to make his way back over the mid, but it's getting scary now because you've got this Primal Beast that's 2 levels behind the Monkey King. It's not an easy place for Marine to be. I mean, Marine, where is he going to sort of find his place to try and get back in the game?
I think he's just going to keep roaming. And we have the power runes up in 30 seconds, right? So I think that's the next one he goes for.
We got to see some action continue to kick off around that. I think both teams are going to try and want to do something about that 6-minute rune.
This is a very good game for the Monkey King, though. The fact that he's getting this type of start is going to be very problematic.
Yeah, he's gonna be a massive problem.
He's playing versus triple melee cores. Yes, there's mobility in these cores, but either way, the Wukong's is going to have... It's got to have its effect if he gets this type of start.
I mean, when you look at Falcons' lineup, you know, in the early to mid game, which of these heroes can kind of mess with what the Monkey King wants to do the most?
I mean, it's the Magnus and the Snap. They have these little, movements that they can do around him, but it's going to be curious because BZM is massive. He's level 6, so top net worth, top levels. Let's see if they want to play around him. Since that power rune was claimed by them, they denied that one away from Malrine as well. He's got the level 5. So other things now that we can, we've seen how these lanes played out. Other things I was looking about with this Primal Beast pick too, I think they wanted something that was going to be able to prevent saves as well later on, because I was looking at this Pugna is a very annoying hero. Primal is one of the best for Pugna. You try to life drain an ally, the Pulverize just slams and cancels you over and over. So,
and as you were saying to me earlier, that the Pulverize, you also can't be snowballed out of it, right?
Cannot be.
So no save potential from Saxa, which obviously before, potential with the blink, the save against the RP.
Here comes the move.
But against the Pulverize, not so much. Bottom. Trying for Skeeter here. He's got the ult ready to steal, still has Lotus available and a pretty decently charged wand, and they know it, they won't chase on.
Nice cookie there from Crit, bails him out. So first move from BZM does not connect, and Malrine will get a tiny bit of space from that. Do they have stacks going for him? I guess they do, but it looks like Snaking's actually doing something I haven't seen.
Okay.
He's farming an ancient stack as a Chen with a Wildling.
I like it.
So maybe getting it low, and then Malrine can come and finish it off or something along those lines. Kind of cool.
We'll see. Maybe he accidentally gets it too low and he gets some golden XP itself. It happens.
I don't think Malrine would be too happy about that.
That's true. There we go. It looks like it was Snaking kind of buttering them up here for Malrine.
All right, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, just trying to get him back online.
Yeah. They know how important it is to try and get him back in this game after having to deal with the earlier situations.
Yeah, he's essentially like this sacked offlaner in a way, but then you look at 33, he's also the sacked offlaner.
I was going to say, and this sort of money, these kills going to Skeeter. 3-0-1.
He's having a great start.
Indeed, well on the way towards that Radiance rush that he's going to be looking for this game as the carrier Baden.
And definitely wanting to have a good start, because as they mentioned, there is going to be the Doom in the game at all times. So it's going to be very likely that he's doomed in most scenarios to be able to prevent any of that healing. So wants to be off to that hot start.
Obviously, Chrysalis make the move down towards the bottom. Doesn't quite have the level 6 online for himself. BZM was trying to see if they could get the wraparound, but as we saw moments before, Falcons almost perfectly aware of that sort of player movement. They were straight out with the TPs. Does mean Tundra's going to get the space, though, to get a good amount of damage done onto the tier 1 bottom.
These lanes actually worked, honestly. It ended up working out for Falcons. Even though Malrine was a bit sacked, you see now he's actually in a perfectly fine position. His levels are good, too.
He's going to find the grab here.
This is looking very good for them.
On a 33, Amar's around as well with the damage. The cool ball come out onto Amar, but Malrine goes forward. The snowball save buys a bit of time for 33. It's enough to get him out of harm's way. 33 lives there, thanks to Saxa.
Another TP forced, and they can't get a trade kill.
Bottom.
Skeeter
and Crit, they're looking for more action, trying to chase down Toby. He's got the Decrypt provides protection for now. Now they'll turn their attention over towards Crystallis.
He's still only level 5.
And they're going to continue to chase him down here. Skeeter red with the shield. 33 TPs out, comes through the gate. BZM as well turns up. They're going to try and threaten Skeeter, but the Pyrothine's back up. Diving the tower here, BZM, he moves in, looks for Crit. Photic shield comes in, won't save Crit. Crit still falls. And now Tundra outnumbering Skeeter. They've got the control here with the call. The dunk comes a little bit early, but the job's still a good one as Tundra get the 2 kills and take the tower.
BZM, quick movement. Even though he TP top, he can go through the gate. They didn't expect that one, perhaps, so gets that good swing around there.
Yeah, both teams on really on it here in this early game with how they're adapting to the presence on these side lanes, the movements from one another.
So we will have one Dominator, an old school throwback one that we haven't seen for a long. I think Ice was the one that used to do this the most to me. The Magnus with the Dom. So Amar will be going for that. That's kind of cool. He's got a lot of things he can do with it besides just how good Dominator is. He can stack for himself, and he's got the internal empowerment. So potential things that he can do there as well.
Yeah, that is nice. That really could get him quite a bit of fun. I mean, already, as you can see, he's top net worth right now, level with that of BZM on the Monkey King. So a lot of places that Mark can just race towards when it comes to like item timings. Helm into Blink at this pace, it's going to be good time.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of, honestly, I'm looking around and just thinking about the creeps. Even the small creeps that he can get, Purge creep is nasty this game versus Pugna versus Monkey King. He's got some potential that he can
Look at this
use.
as well. Look at these stacks so far. Only one being done in the early game by Tundra, but amidst all the chaos, Snake King has found the chance to get 8 stacks already done 10 minutes in, much to the delight of Maureen, because without this sort of preparation on their side of the map from Snake King, Maureen would still be in a bad place. But
Absolutely.
as it is, he's getting back up there on the Primal.
They've done some, like we said, really cool moves to be able to get him back into this position. 4-3, not the most kills, but still very active. We see BZM making the move bottom.
They're looking for 33. Scatter blast off the mark from Crit.
BZM wants to protect 33.
Yeah, see if BZM can help out and to maybe turn this one around. Cookie set up here on towards 33. Straight away with the boundless strike. They stop the kisses, but will not be able to stop BZM. Sorry, 33 from going down. BZM.
33 is very deep forward there. Perhaps waiting for more stacks to be made for himself, but being in that position, puts himself in a very dangerous one to get ganked, and that gank does come out.
Both supports now back towards the mid. They've hit the 6s here on Snake King and Toby. Trying to keep the pressure off the towers.
Yeah, both literally matching each other pretty much. Both kind of trying to pressure and take that lane that nobody wants to go to at the moment.
And you like this one from Maureen, going straight for the Blink Rush himself. I guess what with the build-up from Amar going for the helmet to Blink, they want to have something maybe a bit sooner, and Maureen's going to maybe be that answer. 1,300 gold in towards the Blink Rush.
Sure, it gives him an initiation since he doesn't have it on that Magnus. Can be interesting. Just be able to stop any of those initiations. But we'll see if he even goes for that, because he might still switch things up depending on the next fight goes. And speaking of Maureen, they are stalking him.
33.
It's a bit deep though here.
BZM's thinking about setting things up with the boundless. Got Toby as well. 33 trying to bait things. And I'm looking to move in here with the call. Jump forward with the cookie, 33, and he's going to get charged across here. Beautiful angle from Maureen over the 3 of them. Snake King's turned up as well with the heal. They'll look to try and finish 33 off here with the little shredder. It's not enough. 33 lives. Toby able to heal him up. Snake King trapped in the shards. He'll fall to the right clicks of BZM, but 33 seconds, they're so low. The call will come out from 33, but he has to run. Maureen tries to catch him down. 33 dodging, standing at the side of the fight. Skeeter and Maureen, they'll slowly run him down, surely. I mean, he's pretty speedy here with his phase boost, 33. Meanwhile, on the back of the fight, BZM does manage to finish a crit. Amar, he gets the kill against Crystallis. A massive kill here for the Magnus. And with that, you see the gold on Amar. He is zooming ahead. Of course, the chase down here all the way across the mid does continue. They will manage to finish off 33. But this Magnus, as I said, this helm into Blink Dagger timing, it's going to be insanely fast. They've got to do something about him. The TPs are coming in.
He's got Skewer.
He's out of the Wukong's command. Have they got anything else to control him? They don't. Amar gets away.
That was absolutely massive for Falcons. Maureen, that charge did, I don't even know how much, like
straight over them.
Something damage over 3 heroes. And they're going again. They have their ultis at the ready. That's the big thing too. For that last fight bottom, the Pulverize was instantly canceled. There were no kisses, and Falcons was able to chase through and get these kills, and then get the kill on the opposite side of the map too. And instantly going again. Tundra, they don't have Wukongs.
Are they going to be ready for this? Maureen, setups there, kisses to follow, the burst easily enough. BZM's gone.
They are really picking up the pace this time.
Absolutely. If you consider sort of the difference as well in how much the 2 mids had in that kind of early laning stage, now we're at a point where Maureen, he's ahead of that of BZM, despite the fact that BZM got all the space in the world to get that insane early gold lead in that mid lane. And as it is, Marine ahead, and that tier 1 tower in the middle, it's been taken by Falcons.
And just, I mean, looking at Amara's farm, he's essentially a carry now at this point. He's level 11. 33 is level 8. So he's almost got a 3-level, he's got a 3-level advantage pretty much here coming out. So he's going to continue to be massive. He can keep farming with his creep as well, because he's going to be empowering that too. So for Tundra,
what's the plan?
Probably slow the pace. They now have the blink on the axe.
Okay.
So if there is an overextension, they can go for things, but definitely concerns for Tundra with this early game from Falcons. With this much sustain on the draft and these tanky heroes, definitely concerns to see what Tundra's going to look to do. I'm seeing 33 queue up Midas.
Oh, here we go. I mean, that's what that's kind of like the universal symbol from 33, right? The game is hard.
Yeah.
We always see this from him when it's at sort of tough times in the early game. The Midas will be queued up. I'll be interested to know how many times when 33 does queue up the Midas, they do actually end up turning the game. It's probably quite low, right?
I would say it's... I don't think he's going to buy
when he does this, he very much has a read on the game that the game...
Yep.
It's going to be tough to turn.
I mean, now that things have, started to break out how they have, looking when an axe is behind, who's his duo, who's his partners that he wants to go with? You don't have an axe call into some type of...
Yeah, I guess Wukong's right. That's
It's Wukong's, right? So if they do want to go for a fight, it's going to be a full-out commitment every single time rather than a... Let's get in, get a pick off, and get out.
Sure, and if you're jumping in and calling, you're not getting out alive at this stage as the axe. You're going to die.
And they have, look at the sustain they're going to have pretty soon, right? They already have Hand of God, they have the Abaddon, they have a lot of counter initiation. So, yeah, let's see what Tundra wants to do here in these next few moments, because it's going to have to be pretty precise.
Nice and effective farming, of course. Amar empowering the Helm of the Dom creep to help clean these camps up nice and quickly.
He's farming at beyond a Doom with Midas pace, so says a lot here.
I mean, I think maybe the panel's mentioned this, but I'm still waiting to see the first game where we get a hero that goes Helm and Midas.
Helm and, oh no, please.
It's going to happen this TI. Someone's going to do it.
And then they'll get Refresher, and then they'll...
Who's most likely to try that build? What about Arme? I can see Arme cooking up a Midas, Midas Helm Juggernaut. That's what we're going to do. He's going to do it one game. I believe in him. Amar, he might be tempted. After this game, he's like, hey, Helm into Blink, that was easy. I want to have more farm next time. Slot a Midas in there. He might be tempted.
Tundra now, I know Radiant's still finished up. They've got the Blink, but yeah, fighting into the double Blink daggers of Falcons with the sustain, yeah, very difficult. I think Skitter, is that Radiance also finished up for him? It is. So all the timings are being hit here for Falcons. And Tundra.
They got the smoke up.
He's going to sell the Midas, so he's going to be having his Radiance finished up on the Doom as well. So perhaps looking to play around this timing here.
Yeah, they need to try and find a good sort of punch back against Falcons.
It's got to be a very clean go. Got to pretty much instantly get one of those targets out, or get the Doom on the Abaddon in order to blow him up. But Falcons...
yeah, they're looking to Roshan, and this is going to be a pretty safe Roshan. Not the quickest, but...
They've got the rally creeps. It's going to go fast.
That's true, I guess, with the whole army of summons here. So definitely going to help. But it's definitely one of those Roshan attempts that if you're Tundra, even if you know about this, you don't want to walk into this. You got to just try and find what you can elsewhere on the map. As this Roshan, it's all Falcons. You don't want to walk into them right now.
They've got the scan. Toby's just blasting the bottom tower, so he's getting a significant amount of damage at least here. Down to 1,400. They're tipping in. 33.
They get the grab on him straight away. Maureen opens up on towards him. The best thing Tundra could do is try and bail the rest of them out of there, and they'll be able to do so. 33 or 4. Oh, Toby might have stuck around a little too long. He's going to try for the TP out. They've got a way to stop it here with the onslaught.
I guess he went for another blast or two, or maybe he went up trying to help and save 33, but either way, it ends up save your buddy syndrome, gives another kill. Maureen, 3-1 and 5, super active, 6K lead now. And they've got their ultis ready. That's the thing too, is like, they're not really committing any big spells, it's just a pulverize, which
they're always ready to
so
fight,
they're ready.
Yeah,
they're
this
ready
lineup
for this
Falcons.
Fight. 7K lead. Amar just continues to be, absolutely massive. Still at the top of that net worth by a significant margin.
Saxa stepping out here, has BZM behind him. Maybe seeing if they can get the grab on a Snake King, but Snake King's pretty beefy. They'll drop the Wukongs. And this will come in to put a stop to the pulverize. Snake King falling low, will get the ult off, but they'll still finish him off with the Jingu damage from BZM. Maureen goes over with the onslaught. 33 has the call for the controllers. They'll be able to lock down Maureen for now, and should be able to bring in the damage to take him out. They do. The dunk comes in from 33. They'll get the kill, and BZM, he's able to step away. Blasting onto Saxa. Mar trying to push forward. The snowball's going to be heading his way.
Uh-oh.
So if there's going to be any way out of this for Saxa, unlikely. Straight into the Radiance burn of Skeeter. Saxa try and holds him back with a punch. The Decrepify comes in, but Amar jumps forward. Shockwave Skewer catches onto the two, and then BZM surrounded. He's trying to get the Jingo into the boundless, but he can't build up the stacks in time. BZM's dead, and now Toby and 33, they've got to run. Skeeter's in with the chase down. Toby buys a bit of safety, a bit of time with the Glimmer Cape, but Skeeter stays in on top of him. Decrepify as well, giving him a bit more of a charge, but Amar puts a stop to the suck because he's in with the Skewer. And Falcons, again, take another team fight.
Just too strong as a unit. You could see they caught Crystallis on the side before the fight even begins. He's just dead before anything really ensues. And yeah, just the overall army from snaking also. These troll creeps, how many skeletons were there?
It's a lot to deal with.
It's a lot of extra damage. It's a lot of just extra nuisance on the floor as well that they couldn't deal with. And that extra heal. The sustain definitely coming in. And speaking of sustain, Crit actually rushed the shard. So even more sustain that he's looking for to build into the lineup with the snap.
Tundra, they still want to try and hold this tier 2.
But these skeletons. The rally continues to build up. 33. A build that you really almost never see on an Axe, but a blink and a Glimmer Cape so that he can get out after he goes in.
Okay, and DJ opting away from that Midas that he had queued up.
I was wondering who had the Glimmer, because I was like, Toby doesn't have the money for this, so he did end up saving BZM momentarily earlier with it, but nonetheless, Falcons just continue the pressure, the onslaught. They feel their strength at the moment.
Yeah, tower's gone. Tundra not able to find a way to set up for the defense.
And so far, a very, very slow game for Crystallis. After he gets solo kill top, he's got his Radiance, but he hasn't been able to get too involved. He just got caught on the side before the fight begins.
Yeah, overall on the gold in terms of the individuals on the course, not too far behind, but definitely not in this place that you'd imagine that Tundra would have wanted to have their course, right? Considering some of the start of this game. Again, for BZM, he had this lane in the mid, but wasn't really able to do too much with it because of how kind of rough the side lanes ended up going. They'll get the call in, but there's the RP. Amar locks down the two of them. Toby will fall, and now 33 is going to get chased down. He's going to go for the TP out. They got anything to stop it? They don't, so 33 will live this time.
But making moves while also claiming Tormentors, and just continuing to be a very difficult game as we see here for the side of Tundra.
Yeah, just getting so many objectives around the sort of Snake King's potential to take these.
I mean, look at the farm levels now too. Because of that shard, Snake King is now ahead of 33. He's going to be able to claim Ancients as well too. Yeah, 33's game is, I don't see how it gets recovered. It's going to have to come completely out of the supports plus the other two, but his game, he's just going to have to play kind of like a supporty kind of Axe, it feels like, where he dunks for movement speed for his allies and then just glimmers and saves.
Because if he's going in with the call, as I said, unfortunately, it's the Axe when you're not in the lead or not at least level, you just die so easily.
You really do.
You jump in, you call, next thing you know, you're dead.
And there's no damage, really, at this point, too. Versus the sustain that they have, but also just the lack of fights that Tundra's been able to find any success in. This 11K lead is...
That's tough.
It's really big. It really is.
Well, let's see. They've got 1 more minute to wait out of Skeeter's Aegis. Maybe, once that's expired, Tundra can find an opening.
Can they find... The thing is that can they find Falcons when they're split up and get these type of kills? So far, Falcons isn't really giving them these opportunities, too. I see bottom, they were setting up. They saw Malrine alone for a second, but then Crit's now there. He has Force and he has Force and Cookie to save.
They're looking to make the jump. Comms commands out, looking for Malrine, but the Hand of God comes in and he's out of the ult.
They're prepared
More
for
than
these
fine
moves.
here.
Very prepared. I like the attempt, though. That's the thing. This is what Tundra actually just has to do. They have to try for these type of side lane ganks and just try to burst a target with either a Tusk Punch or a Tusk or an Axe Call. But this is the problem.
Yeah, ready to make plays against 33. He's got the Glimmer, but the Sentry's already down in this area, so Amar able to stay on top of him. Shockwave's going to be there in a second, but not before the Blink's back up. So 33.
They're chasing.
Yes, and he's going to still get it run down here by Skeeter. Blink's back up in turn for Amar. He'll get the job done. Meanwhile, over in the mid, find a chance to make the jump in onto Crit. Forced to the side, though. Crit finally falls, but it's meant that BZM's had to go a bit deep, so the grabs there from Malrine has the control as well with the onslaught. BZM cannot get out as Amar joins the fight mid, finishes off the job, and continues to chase back the rest of Tundra.
Blinking 2. Toby's found.
It's going to be another one here. Amar, he wants the final touch here.
It just took them a little bit.
And he's going to get it. Triple for Amar.
Took him a little too long to kill Crit. They get the TP rotations. Falcons just honestly very on point. This early game has been crazy from them. I know they played a very long game earlier. They looked very stressed after that game had finished, but this one, 20 kills, 22 minutes. The lane switch-ups that they did, it's all perfect.
A lot of little things that were done in sort of preparation of what they felt that they were going to be playing against when it came to Tundra's play style.
I think
such as that they were, snaking, making sure that Maureen gets back in the game after not being able to get too much at all from that mid lane. It's been pretty hard for Tundra to deal with.
Yeah, honestly, this double switch-up was really clever. Just having the Chen burn the mana of the top lane so that the Magnus can have a super good lane. And then bottom, they have the snap set up so there's no creep cutting, and then they have the Abaddon versus the Battle Hunger. We're seeing what happened because of all that as this 12k lead continues to grow. And Tundra, I'm trying to think of next item timings in particular, but this isn't a game where it's like, oh, BKB is going to be their next big one. There's just so many different things that can go through it in this game. And they don't have, they don't have that Magnus. If they were the ones with the mag, it'd be like, nice, they have some way to pull back into the base. They have to wait for a long time for like a Tusk Ags way later down the line if they want something like that.
On to another tier 2 here, Falcons.
Continues. Look at all those buffs. Abaddon is a raid boss.
They were seeing if they can maybe find BZM out on the map. It's not to be, as BZM does manage to dodge the smoke movement.
Let's see what they want to do here. I'm seeing Manta queued up for Crystal, so it's just a farming route. I see for Soxy's queuing up Shard, so it's farming, trying to extend the game. But they're getting caught.
I'm going to buy time here onto Saxa. Amar and Snaking making their way over, but indeed the blink out into the TPs there. Saxa will survive.
And he's got a Shard finish, so he'll be able to do what we've seen a lot of these Tusks do. And I think that's probably going to be the game plan that we see from Tundra, as they've done a lot this year. When things go sour, start cutting waves, start to play toward that comeback potential when you can't actually fight in that 5v5. So they force rotations again. 33 gets the TP out, sneaking away with that Glimmer. Starting to itemize, we see the Lincolns. Are they just going to do triple Lincolns cores? It's definitely a possibility that Falcons could do something like that. And
it's a good game for it.
How many? I mean, there's some abilities that are going through, but there's actually not that many Lincoln's breakers this game.
Yeah, not much small, right?
No, it's like a life drain decut, but if Pugna's running in to do that, he's dead. Tusk has to, yeah, this is actually a very good Lincoln's game if they do go down that route. As Toby.
Get themselves another Falcons.
Amar will take the kill. Thank you very much.
Having a very clean game so far, 7-0-3. He'll definitely be doing this Magnus again here, in particular with this helmet to blink start.
Yeah, looks very strong. As the supports continue to scale, and for Tundra, as you said, they're going for the farming items. I see BCM bottom.
Top.
Yeah,
Marin and Amar, they've found 33 again. Skeeter's able to kill off BZM. It's a painful one right now for Tundra.
But they are trying to do it, they are trying to cut these waves, but Falcons
keep the game going, open up maybe some opportunities to catch Falcons in some sort of a mistake, but so far it's not quite happening. They're looking at Skeeter bottom.
He's got the Manta.
Get the punch up. Now get the Doom down onto him.
Oh,
okay.
He actually gets the Manta through the Shard.
Should still be able to take him down. Well, at least buy extra time to try and finish the job, but because this is buying time for backup to come in, borrowed time will finish. The heal not going to save him. They get the kill done.
So close.
It's a big kill for Tundra. See if they can cut their losses and only lose the Pugna here on this one. TP out from Crystalis. Saxa is going to be found. He's going to have a chance for the blink out. After this, he's not. Skewer comes in. But they did manage to accomplish something. They killed the carry. Well, one of the carries. Amar, godlike, of course, on his Magnus. That's one of the problems.
How close was that, too? It was almost, the Doom was about to end,
It looked like he was maybe going to be saved.
Maybe one more tick, if that.
It took a lot.
Because it looked like that one or last two ticks of the Doom, if they get that hand that got off, it might get turned, so. A lot committed. Now they have no Doom. Falcons, they've got RP. They've got kisses. World is their oyster. Snaking level 13 as well. The levels is also, we talked about the gold a lot, but we can bring up the levels as you see on the side there too. 19, 17. The supports as well are catching up to these, if not being ahead of these cores. Actually, yeah, wow, crit level 16, look at that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Another tier 2 gone here. 27 minutes in, Falcons having pretty much complete control of the map.
Yeah, and the question now comes too is, for Tundra, is even now, if let's say they can ever delay, is the delay even going to be beneficial for them with this type of scaling that we're seeing for Falcons? It's tough. It is really, really tough. Chrysalis able to get himself away. Well, let's see. I mean, breaking high ground is always one of the harder things here.
Yeah, they could hang back, maybe look to finish off the Lincolns on Malrine, set up for the next Roche.
They're starting to get all these auras too. We saw Snay, he went for 4-step plus drum first, but now he's got the mech, he's going for the pipe. So honestly, they maybe just wait for the second Roche, wait for that pipe, and then there's probably no damage from Tundra anymore at that point when there's a pipe, a mech, and they have all these extra things. Looks like double disconnects coming in.
We'll see what happens here, because was the last time they didn't choose to contest the Roshan. Is that still going to be the world that Tundra's in right now, or
yeah, they can't.
You don't try and go for some YOLO smoke?
No, I think that's just better to just get your extra farm and potentially actually get a good fight rather than one that you're completely handing to them, because they're going to have vision around there. You're going to walk into them, and you don't even have Doom yet, right? Actually, it's up in 8 seconds, so. But yeah, I don't see the damage at the moment for Tundra to go through what Falcons has. Killing one target, you know, killing the Doom target maybe, but killing 5, even 2, very unlikely. Oh wow, and of course a shield rune spawns top, so gonna be even tankier if they do want to take that one and go for the push with it.
Quick moves as well. Even before they finish the Roshan, we're already getting Amar and Crit looking to see if they can catch BZM, knowing he's going to try for this sort of play here, and there's the timing perfectly. Read him like a book. Catching BZM by surprise, of course, just assuming that they would all be in the pit still.
Oh, Crystallis.
But Amar a step ahead there with the help of Crit.
He might get caught here. Toby actually stops Malrine.
Or does Malrine stop them? He's got the BKB ready. Backup moves in from Falcons. Tundra, they've got to run. Shards come down, but Malrine's able to jump over them. Looks like Crystallis will manage to get away there thanks to Saxa blocking off the majority of Falcons, but it will cost Saxa his own life.
Somehow they they disengage with the Pugna as well too, but Tundra.
I mean, they still know the Crystallis out on the map.
Oh, well, that's okay.
And they're still going to get him. Onslaught across, Crystallis to fall. Another one for Amar, beyond godlike on the Magnus. Toby.
They're truly on fire, Owen. There's no space for Tundra to get anything. Somebody shows for a fraction of a second, 2 or 3 people TP. Yeah, Falcons just really on top of it in this series so far. 11-0-4 on the Magnus. Pretty much picture-perfect scores that you couldn't really ask for too much better. And here comes that pipe. Snaking also queuing up a Lincolns. Why not? You know. So yeah, looks like they are preparing for this potential push. 30 minutes is coming too soon, so catapults are going to come in. It looks like they're pushing without it.
Tundra's best bet is definitely going to be if they can try and entice Malrine or Amar to do a little bit of fountain diving. Because these heroes can be tempted to get in there, especially the Magnus, if you are having a game where you haven't died yet. Now Amar, he's going to be ready to try and skewer some people out of that fountain. Maybe Tundra can look to play that towards their own advantage.
And just look when they're near the Chen. This is my favorite thing about Chen usually, is you just see the raid boss buffs.
Amar
the line, the
gets a grab, skewer back onto Toby. Malrine, he'll get a grab as well, moves it on to Saxa. Saxa, Glimmer. Malrine now trapped in the shards, but not a lot they can do about that. He's out with the cookie. They don't have the damage to threaten him. And now Malrine, he's in again. Goes straight away over towards Saxa. Saxa will be able to get back to the fountain in time. Toby comes in with a buyback. 33 will get the call on towards the two of them. But the RP's there in response from Amar on towards Crystallis. He gets the BKB off. The Glimmer as well, buying him some level of protection. Decrepify comes in. He'll be able to turn, get the 2 up, but Amar jumps in. Skewer across, gets the 3 of them. That's Crystallis out of the game without buyback. Pulverized from Malrine on towards BZM. Oh, this game surely over. 33 comes in with a buyback, but it's 4 dead. No buybacks available on any of those 4. And there's the fountain of dive attempt. They want to try and get the team wipe. GG has been called though already as this game won.
Holy shit.
Tundra, they barely stood a chance on this one, folks.
Honestly, I guess Falcons, after that 60-minute game, we saw them sweating a bit. I think they're like, we don't want no more 60 minutes. This was